Tom Shanahan of spiritualadrenaline.me. Welcome to Soulfest 2016. Enjoy!
So you gotta break through this, and you gotta make new this. What in recklessness I've sown, and you gotta break through this, and you gotta make new this, and you gotta break through this, 'cause I won't do it on my own.
Hi, this is Tom Shanahan of spiritualadrenaline.me. I'm here with Chad Moses at the To Write Love on Her Arm booth at Soulfest. Chad, thank you so much for agreeing to chat with us.
Yeah, man.
Tell us about To Write Love on Her Arm. What's the organization about, and what do y'all do?
Totally. So we are a nonprofit organization. We're called To Write Love on Our Arms, and we exist to present hope and find help for anyone struggling with depression, addiction, self-injury, and suicide. We just turned 10 back in March. We started 10 years ago really just as an attempt to help a friend and tell her story. The story was about our friend Renee and her first 5 days in recovery from cocaine addiction and finding help with self-injury. And through the telling of that story, people said that they could relate, that it sounded like their friends, their family, or themselves.
Can we tell that story briefly? Because I think that people out there might really
absolutely.
enjoy it.
So 10 years ago, our friend Renee was struggling with cocaine addiction and self-injury. And on the night before she went to enter treatment for her addiction, she locked herself in the bathroom. She had one last binge. She took a razor and she wrote the word F up across her arm. Don't know how censored your blog is, but the next day she went to enter treatment and they actually turned her away due to the drugs that were still in her system. So at that point, she made a really brave choice. Instead of going back to her dealer's house, she crashed at a friend's place, a guy named David. David was also in recovery, so he knew what the next 5 days were going to look like. So David rallied the troops. He called a bunch of friends together. They sat her down and said, look, we believe in you. We believe in recovery, but this isn't about you anymore. This is going to be an us thing. We're going to get there together. So for the next 5 days, these friends took turns just sharing each other's stories, learning about each other. They went to basketball games and rock shows to keep her distracted, got her cigarettes and coffee for the coming down, books for the road ahead. And over those days and nights, the idea to write Love on Her Arms came out. The thought was what she put on her arm, it really wasn't about profanity, it was about identity. So to write Love on Her Arms was a goal that, hey, maybe together we could help her rewrite this script. So, no, Renee, you're not your past. And no, Renee, you're not your present. You're not your future. But you're loved in ways that don't depend on you. So at the end of those 5 days, a guy named Jamie, he was David's roommate, he asked Renee, hey, what would you say if your story had an audience? How would you feel about sharing your story? And she said, I think if one person could relate to this, then maybe there'd be a purpose for the pain in my life. So the next day, Renee checked into treatment. Jamie wrote out a 2-page story, a blog about what those 5 days looked like. He put that story on MySpace because it was 2006. He called it To Write Love on Her Arms for the same reason I told you. And from there, people stumbled across it. They read the story. They said that they got it. They could relate. And today we are a response to people responding to that story.
It's an amazing story. It's empowering. And the first time I heard it, it blew me away.
Yeah.
That love can really turn something around in such an impactful way. What's your website for folks that are interested?
Yeah, so if you're looking for more info about us, you can find us at twloha.com. We're all over social media as well. You can find us on Twitter and Instagram. On Facebook, we're just Facebook/To Write Love on Her Arms.
Thank you so much, man.
Yeah, thanks, Tom.
Do it on my own.